Hey, thanks for stopping by Mystic Messages. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Hope everyone is doing amazing today. Uh, Before we start, I just want to remind everyone that YouTube is currently the only platform that I'm using. So if you happen to find these messages elsewhere or you're being asked for donations of any kind, please don't respond because I am not accepting donations at this time and I don't want to see anyone get scammed. All right, that being said, let's get into it. Uh, Today's message is for a large group and for a few select individuals as well. It's like a two-part message. So bear with me while I try to you know uh, combine the entire message in a way that you can understand and the way that I'm receiving it. Okay, the message is that balance is being restored and it will be restored. Okay, now what does this mean? There's some of you out there who have been experiencing a lot of imbalance in your life for many, many years, wondering when your time is going to come. Okay. Speaking to individuals who have been, abused, misused, mistreated, heavily under narcissistic attack from family members and past relationships. You dealt with sociopaths. It's just been a rough ride all the way around, and it sucks, and it's been happening for most of us, especially for those who are on a different frequency than the lower vibrational frequencies that are currently existing in our dimension. Okay, so basically, uh, this message is from both Source and Mother Gaia. It's a combined message, like I said earlier. And I just encourage everyone to stay because there might be something here for you. And as always, these messages won't be for everyone, but those who need to hear it, I pray they'll find it. Okay, because it's very important. Because I'm speaking to individuals who are just getting sick and tired of the whole thing. Okay, you're tired of pushing forward. You're tired of being good. Okay, basically what's happening is you're being tested. Okay, those of us who are looking to make changes for the better in our world and the universe are being tested. Our strength is being tested. And it sucks and it could be unfair. And it might appear right now that many individuals out there, especially past individuals in your lives, okay, have gotten away with everything. Okay, this is Source basically playing everyone, and they're unaware they're being played because they're being tested as well. Okay, you might have taken a look out there and see that so many negative, low vibrational people seem to be getting ahead, while the rest of the people who are trying to do their best to get along in this world are getting crushed. Okay, you see many people out there that are exploiting animals, exploiting Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. Okay, with their low vibrational negative behaviors. These are people who just take everything for granted because everything was given to them and everything came so easily to them. And they stole, they cheated, they lied. They did everything that was lower vibrational, thinking that there would never come a day that that was going to end. But times are changing, okay? We are in the age of Aquarius, okay? We're also in the year of the fire horse. Things are getting busy really quick, okay? If you've noticed, time is speeding up. I wake up early in the morning. By the time I'm done with my prayer and meditation, I turn around. A couple hours have already passed by. It's scary. Weeks turn into months, months turn into years, and it's like at the blink of an eye. So basically, what's happening is as things are speeding up, we are running out of time to make the necessary changes to make things better for all of us. Those of you out there who are looking to ascend can't be discouraged by what's happening around you. Okay, but this also is going to need assistance from your part as well, including my part because I include myself in that. Okay, we have to be mindful of the decisions that we make, and it's difficult because we have to learn how to uh, filter all our thoughts. Okay, anytime a negative thought happens to come in, you have to try to change it to positive, regardless of what it is, because those negative thoughts you have to remember are not your own. Okay, these are specifically designed constructs to make us feel defeated. Okay, it's an illusion. You're not defeated. Okay, the bad people that are doing bad things are not, well, I don't want to say bad, I'm going to say lower vibrational. Those individuals are not going to get away with it forever. Okay, like I said, this was a plan devised by the divine, by Source, by the Most High to see exactly how much they thought they were going to be able to get away with. And as you can see, there's a lot of exposure happening right now. And that is what is exactly supposed to happen in the age of Aquarius: exposure of lies, old systems being exposed, because it's all an illusion. The top 1% wanting to keep the rest enslaved. You can see as the prices are going higher and higher and higher. But we have to take responsibility for that. We have to stop supporting these systems, stop supporting the nonsense. Okay? Make positive changes. And I know it's difficult. Stop chasing the illusion that you need a bag with a name brand on it or pants with a name brand on it. Because all you're doing is supporting the top 1%. They have you believing that you need these things through commercials, through media. They use all kinds of outlets. And they try to prevent messages like mine from getting out there to individuals because it threatens them. Okay? This is why it's so important to pass these messages along so that everyone else gets on board. Because again, we've been conditioned to believe that we need certain things, that we need certain name brands. And when you think about it, when you're walking around with something that says Louis Vuitton on it or any one of those name brands out there, I'm not a name brand dropper, so I really can't mention all of them and I really don't know them, but I'm just using it as an example. Okay? Not only are you paying an exorbitant amount for something that cost pennies to make, that is being created by people who make pennies, okay, you are providing free advertisement for that company. Again, to keep you enslaved, to take your money, okay, to keep you in a low vibrational state, to make you feel defeated. And I know this might not make sense to everyone, but those who know, okay? This is what it's about. Bottled water, that was another big scam. Since when do you have to pay for water? Mother Gaia supplied water for all of us to drink, and we should have clean water given to us. But yet, the top 1% has poisoned our water. The funeral industry has poisoned our water with their use of formaldehyde in dead bodies that seeps into the into the earth and gets into our water systems, and then the cancer rates rise. And then you go to the hospital and you get sick and you can't afford to pay. This is all part of a plan to keep you feeling defeated, okay? And until everyone starts to realize that this is all an illusion and it's all meant to keep you enslaved, we're not going to be able to move forward, unfortunately. And like I said earlier, time is speeding up. We're running out of time to get it together. And again, those who know. If you understand what I'm saying, it's time to get on the ball. It's important. You know, stop supplying, companies that make no sense. You don't need a fur coat, okay? Not to mention what it does to the poor animals. You don't need to eat veal, especially the way those poor animals are treated, okay? That's the whole thing. Stop supporting an industry that is harmful not only to the environment and not only to the inhabitants of the planet, but to you, to your pocketbook, okay? People are constantly thinking they need bigger and better. We don't, it's not necessary. When you think about it, does anybody really need a 25-room mansion to live in? How many rooms do you live in your home? It's all about status and symbol, and it makes those people feel superior. This is why we have such a large influx of narcissists and sociopaths that people look up to instead of looking up to people who, understand that all that is just nonsense. They look up and try to strive for what, the top 1% have, and it's not necessary. Okay? All of that was supposed to be provided for all of us for free. We were all meant to enjoy that. Not just the select few at the top who get to sit on their yacht all day long while you're out busting your ass 24/7 to make a penny. And then the gas goes up and you can't afford to get to work. And then you have to make decisions about, what kind of food you could put on your table, and getting into food now. The other big illusion with the food, when they're calling things organic, they're making you spend more money on something that should be readily available to everyone. Okay, we shouldn't have to choose between two different types of food. Okay, one that's healthier and one that's filled with poisons. Okay, they're making you pay more for something that really isn't organic. Unless you're growing it yourself, there's no proof that what they're telling you is organic. You know, everything, unfortunately, that many people have been told, all of us have been told, are lies. Okay, through commercials. I was looking at a brand of ice cream the other day. Okay, that was in the freezer. This ice cream was supposed to have only a couple of, ingredients in it, according to the company, all natural ingredients. And when you look at the box, it's all bullshit because there's all kinds of chemicals in it. and very few of the ingredients that they mentioned that it was supposed to be completely created from. It's a lie, and people don't look. They believe the commercial instead of looking at the label and seeing for themselves. Okay, learn to look at things for yourself. Learn not to take things at face value. This is for your own benefit. I'm not trying to preach. I'm trying to enlighten. That's what I'm here to do. Show people how to live. Show people how to love each other. Show people the truth, not the false things that everybody will led to believe. And unfortunately, many people don't want to hear the truth. They rather hear lies, but I'm not here to give comfortable lies. I'm here to give you an uncomfortable truth. And a lot might not like this, okay? And a lot might look at me and say, well, this guy's fucking nuts because he's, talking about all these things that I don't understand. But if you're really able to open up your mind and listen to what people like myself are saying to you, okay, you'll finally start to see the truth, okay, the truth that you've been blindfolded to for years. And hopefully this message gets out, because, unfortunately, when I put messages out like this that are of the utmost importance, which is very important for those to receive it, because this is coming directly channeled through me from God Most High, Source, and Mother Gaia, wanting to inform you. This is why I ask everyone's assistance in liking the video, you know, whether you can relate to it or not, because they can reach people who need to hear it, who are interested in hearing it. It helps the algorithm. It helps to move it forward. Okay, and it's important that a lot of these messages get out, especially for the individuals that I'm speaking to who are currently in situations where they're being, where they feel stuck, where they feel like giving up. Okay, this is to help people who are on the edge of giving up, to let you know that things are going to get better. Just hang in there, but you have to do your part too. Be mindful of the things. If you want benefits of life, you have to be mindful of the things you do. Don't be lazy about recycling. Okay, don't support pet shops. Go to a shelter if you need a pet. There's so many beautiful pets in a shelter, and the pets in pet shops are mistreated so horribly. Animals are not a commodity. They weren't placed on this earth to be a commodity. They were placed to be companions, and they are the most loyal companions. They are sentient beings that deserve respect, just like every human being deserves respect. Including the lower vibrational ones that they have somehow lost their way. It doesn't mean that I respect them. I love them unconditionally because they are a sentient being. It doesn't mean I agree with their behaviors, and they are lost. Unfortunately, they're lost, and I'm not making excuses for them either because a lot of their behavior is absolutely beyond. And I don't want to say that in a judgmental way. I'm just pointing out and stating a fact. Okay, if we want things to change, we have to work together to do it. We have to be able to move forward together. And that doesn't just include, the United States. This includes the entire globe, whoever is listening to this around the world. Okay? All of us need to start getting together and realize that it's the top 1% that have the issues with each other. And yet, they conquer and divide us through lies and manipulation. We need to wake up from that, whatever part of the world you're receiving this video in. Okay? The message needs to be spread. It's the only way forward. If we don't start realizing that we are all one, we're all interconnected, okay? We're all energetic souls. We're all sentient beings, and that includes animals. It even includes the smallest fly that flies around that most people just swat at. Everything has a soul. Everything is a sentient being, and everything has a purpose. So basically, the message is don't give up, okay? Justice is going to arrive, okay? Things are going to be exposed, okay? It's not that we need to wish that. We just need to raise our own vibrations in order to help spread the light, okay? Change our own behaviors, look within ourselves, and ask ourselves what changes can we make for a positive world, okay? So, again, this message is for those who are on the edge, who are just, almost giving up. Don't give up. Just change your outlook because you can do this. You have the strength. Okay. And like I said, we're not given more things than we can handle. Okay. It might seem like a lot and life can be difficult, but we never receive anything more than we're not capable of handling. All right. So, that being said, I'm going to wish everyone a happy Sunday and the rest of the weekend. I hope everyone stays well, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.